July 19th, 1943. Warsaw. The most wanted person in Nazi-occupied Europe is about to be captured, but 6 months earlier, this same person walked into Gestapo headquarters and assassinated a high-ranking Nazi officer while guards watched. The Gestapo offered 150,000 złoty, equivalent to $50,000 today, for one person. They called her Little Wanda with the braids, but her real name was Niuta Tajtelbaum, and this is the story. Meet Niuta Tajtelbaum. She was born on October 31st, 1917, in Łódź to a Hasidic Jewish family. But Niuta rejected traditional religious life for something far more dangerous: revolution. Please note that in the 1930s, Poland, only 2% of university students were women. Niuta was studying psychology and history, skills that would make her a master manipulator. September 1939. When the Nazis invaded Poland, most people fled or hid. Niuta, she was one of the first volunteers to join the resistance. Her words became legendary, and they were, "I am a Jew. My place is in the struggle against the Nazis for the honor of my people and for a free Poland." But how does someone go from student activist to master assassin? The transformation is shocking. Here's what made Niuta unstoppable. She looked like a 16-year-old Polish farm girl. Blonde braids, baby face, innocent smile, the perfect disguise in Nazi-occupied Europe, where looking Jewish meant death. Let us not also forget that the Nazis used racial profiling for identification. Fair features and braided hair were considered Aryan characteristics. But behind that innocent face was something terrifying. Niuta became a member of the GL Special Task Force, responsible for assassinating German officers. She didn't just pass messages or transport weapons, she was a killer. What happens next? Redefined psychological warfare. Picture this scene. Sometime around 1942, Niuta approaches the most heavily guarded building in Warsaw, Nazi headquarters. But she's not there for intelligence, she's there for blood. Acting shy and embarrassed, Niuta tells the guard she needs to see a specific German officer about a personal matter, implying she's pregnant with his child. Let's not forget that Nazi officers frequently exploited local women. Niuta weaponized their own crimes against them. The guard snickers and gives her directions. These men had no idea they were about to witness history's most audacious assassination. She enters the officer's room. Before he can speak, she pulls out a silenced pistol and shoots him in the head. He dies instantly. Here's the most incredible part. Niuta calmly walks back through the building, thanks the guard sweetly, and disappears into Warsaw. The perfect crime in the heart of enemy territory. Can you imagine the psychological warfare this created? Nazi officers suddenly realized nowhere was safe. But Niuta wasn't finished. In another operation, she killed 2 Gestapo agents and wounded a third. When the wounded agent was taken to a hospital, Niuta disguised herself as a doctor, infiltrated the hospital, and executed both the agent and his guard. This was just the beginning. January 17th, 1943. The Kammerlichtspiele cinema was a theater that screened German films exclusively for Nazi officers and collaborators. Niuta planted a bomb inside. The explosion sent a clear message. There is no safe space in occupied Warsaw. Now this bombing increased her bounty to 150,000 złoty, more than most Poles earned in 10 years. April 19th, 1943. The Warsaw Ghetto Uprising begins. While the world knows about the male fighters, few know about the woman who led some of the most successful operations. On April 20th, Niuta's GL Special Task Force carried out the action at Nowieniawska Street, targeting Waffen-SS soldiers firing at Jewish insurgents near the brushmaker's workshop. She led the successful assault that destroyed a Waffen-SS heavy machine gun nest and eliminated German artillery positions pounding the ghetto. But how long could even the most dangerous woman in Europe evade capture? By summer 1943, capturing Little Wanda with the braids became a Nazi obsession. They deployed their most experienced Gestapo hunters. The 150,000 złoty bounty was astronomical, equivalent to $50,000 today, but money couldn't buy what they needed most: someone willing to betray the angel of hell's fire. July 19th, 1943. After nearly 3 years of evading capture, Niuta's incredible luck finally runs out. When she returns to her apartment, the Gestapo were waiting. They burst in before she could swallow her poison pill, the standard escape route for resistance fighters facing capture. During that time, resistance fighters carried cyanide pills to avoid torture and protect their networks. For weeks they tortured her, demanding the names of her comrades. But even under the most brutal interrogation, Niuta Tajtelbaum never broke. She was executed at age 25, taking her secrets to the grave. Today, Warsaw stands free. The Nazi officers who hunted her are forgotten, but Niuta Tajtelbaum's legend grows stronger with each generation. She proved that courage has no gender, that intelligence is the deadliest weapon, and that sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the one who looks the most innocent. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button and subscribe for more. Until next time,